latest in poker news, entertainment, and more. This is the Hoke Show.
All right, and we are back here. Oh, I'm off camera. Jeez. I didn't even hear what you said, sir.
I slide over here, right? You got kicked.
I got kicked.
We got kicked.
Yeah, something. Oh, the camera got kicked.
Camera got kicked.
Katie
That's
Stone's
what
here
happened.
too. We got to make room for Katie. We'll have to back the camera up or something. And
Yeah,
get
absolutely.
we got to get Katie in here because
If I'd have known Katie was here, I'd have found out what she was drinking.
she's my wonderful snuggle bunny.
I mean, Snuggle Bunny's one thing. You know, wonderful is completely different.
Oh,
Can I charge this somewhere? I don't even know where
we'll
to
get
go.
Katie all hooked up.
Hello.
Hey, Katie,
Hi.
how are you? By the way, welcome to the Hoke Show, everybody. We're back here on our evening show. And what a day. Holy buckets.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not such a great day for me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm out of the Six Max, which was, as you know, my most look forward to event of the year. I look forward to the Six Max even more so than the main because I 100% don't play the main every year,
Yeah.
and I don't know if I'm going to play it this year. So this is kind of like my most excitable event for me. And so I'm pretty sad that I'm out.
Oh, no.
But I think I played well, and I had a very, very tough table. Everybody at my table was good. There was and one superstar, Martin Jacobson, Swedish
Oh, yeah.
superstar on my right, at least. And there was one other guy that was definitely the worst player at the table, but he wasn't terrible. And so it was just, it was a fun table. And that's one of the things I love about the World Series and playing Six Max tournaments is because you're so much more likely to find six skilled players. And I think it's fun. It's just a fun part of the game.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry you're out.
Oh, well, but it was fun.
There's more tournaments.
There's a few more, yeah.
know.
I think my next one is Saturday. So.
Okay. Well, so that means you might be hanging out with us a little bit?
Yeah,
Just
this
a little.
week I'm going to come and hang out with you guys, and then I'm going to play cash at Aria and Bellagio and come hang out here, too.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Well, at least you didn't do what Jesse Sylvia did. Late reg, play two hands in the Six Max and get knocked out.
Well, it happens, though, when you late reg and you don't have that many chips, and, if he knew how to get it in, he knew the spot, you can't fault him,
Oh,
So-
yeah, absolutely. I'm
That's
not.
how it goes sometimes.
I'll never bust on Jesse Sylvia's play, but that just seems
He's
like a.
such a nice guy, too.
He is a sweetie, isn't
even,
he?
Even if he was the worst player in the world, you couldn't say anything bad about him because he's just so nice. And every time I've seen him, he's got this huge smile on his face, and he's just so cheerful. And he's got a girlfriend that plays poker, too. He's been teaching her, and she's been doing really good as far as I know. So I love it. I love that. I just love it. I love it when I see things like that because I think it's good for the game.
Yeah, and speaking of good for the game, of course, the Grindettes. Of course, we've been working together for a long time, but for somebody who's maybe not familiar with the Grindettes, why don't you tell them about them a little bit?
Well, Grindettes are formed of me, Katie Dozier, Jamie Kerstetter, and Jennifer Shahadi. And you probably have heard of the other three Grindettes and not me. I'm pretty sure that's usually how it goes, which is fine because they are superstars for sure. But we came together in 2011, pre-Black Friday, and we basically were all four making a living playing poker and very under the radar. And we just felt that women were a little bit underrepresented, especially in online poker as a profession. And we kind of just wanted to put ourselves out there and be an inspiration for other women who are trying to make a living playing poker, and also really to show the world that a woman's role within poker is not limited to a spokesperson or on the other side of the microphone, such as yourself,
Exactly.
that they can actually play poker, and we are successfully and educated in other fields, and we've all come to poker through one way or another. And it's been a great, the past few years. We don't do it to make money or anything like that. We're just friends, and we just try to help other women and inspire other women and just kind of make them know that it's okay to play poker for a living, and you're not a degenerate gambler and you're not some weirdo. And it's been really, really fun. I love those girls. They're my best friends, and it's been really great to watch everybody grow and just, crush.
Yeah, and Jamie Kerstetter are off to a great start here at the World Series so far this year.
Not surprising.
No.
Not
No.
surprising at all. Yep.
No, she's on that Vanessa Selps path.
She
Don't you
definitely, Jamie is just, I've told you this before, I was a Jamie Kerstetter fangirl on Full Tilt Poker, pre-Black Friday, 2009, 2010, when we were all playing online. And she was just always crushing like high stakes tournaments online, even at that time. And I knew who she was, but I didn't know her as a person yet. And I was always just in awe of what she was doing, and I wanted to be like her, and and now we're great friends, and so it's really cool. But yeah, I getting momentum early like this in a World Series is definitely like a tangible effect later on.
Yes.
You just feel like, okay, we can, because when you get here, it's like you're here for 2 months and you're just kind of like, whoa, and it's a little bit overwhelming at first, and so, but to get a couple under your belt and a couple good runs is just like, it means so much.
Yeah.
Just means so much, So
Yeah. When's Dozier getting here? What's she waiting?
I think she
waiting
gets
out for
here.
a week?
She gets here the last week of June.
Okay.
She's actually being really smart and staying in Mexico and playing online
There you go.
because online during the World Series, everybody knows is just, not soft, but a lot softer because all the heroes are out here bracelet hunting. And I made a couple trips last year. Throughout the summer, I made a couple trips back to Mexico and had some good weeks online purely because everybody was here.
Yeah.
And I don't mind, I take a win where I can get it. I'm
No
not shy to say that, but yeah, so she's staying online. I actually think that she's going to have an amazing summer online. I think she's going to crush all of us earnings wise online on Stars because she's a crusher anyway. And that's my prediction, actually. She doesn't know that. My prediction is that Katie Dozier is going to out earn all 4 grindettes online versus our live earnings here.
Wow.
I mean, I want everybody to do well, but I think she's really poised to just kind of go on a little heater right now. So I hope she does.
Oh, that'd be nice. And of course, we saw Jen Shahade is already here.
Yep, she's here. I guess she got here a few days ago, and just like one of my best friends. We've known each other for years and years. We both come from chess, and that's how we know each other. And she just is just so I'm always just so shocked because she always just so beautiful, and she dresses so beautifully and elegantly, and I want to be her too.
She had a.
Is this bad that I want to
No,
be everybody?
no, it's funny because it's funny you say that because when I saw Jen, she kind of had a gray T-shirt on that was cut up in the back.
Yeah.
With like a back hole in it. I'm like, she still looks great in that thing. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's the in thing, I guess. I'm pretty out of that. I'm more of a T-shirt and jeans kind of girl, but yeah, she can pull it off. She's just perfect. And obviously she's here representing Poker Stars as their new Mind Sports ambassador, and they created that title just for her, which is
That's awesome,
huge.
isn't it?
I mean, there's really, when you think about it though, just realistically speaking, there's really no other better person in the world probably that exists for that specific title, because she's just a chess phenom, a poker phenom, an open-faced Chinese phenom, so just there's just not many people, much less men or man or woman. There's just not many people out there that are like Jen. So,
well, let's talk a little bit about the woman that made the big splash here early. Vanessa Selps coming out, winning another bracelet, and came out in dominant fashion with
I
two.
don't think I've ever met you in real life. Come give me a hug. Sorry,
there's
one
hugs.
second.
Just telling Jen, and it's so good to finally.
We have hugs going on here.
Just telling Harley and Jen.
Yeah, come sit. Come sit.
Yeah, we
come
got
sit.
room. We got
Sorry,
room.
This is come sit.
Oh no, you're live.
We're live.
Of course we're
just
live.
interrupting for
So exciting.
kisses and hugs. Always
Here,
take
here.
precedence.
Let's get into poker
I'll move
joker
over.
gear right here. It's
I mean,
exciting.
are you kidding me? I'll move over for both
Yes.
of you. I mean, my God. Yeah. Yeah,
There's
I'll
actually
get
a
out of the
camera
way.
right there.
Oh,
I'm
There we
so,
go.
I'm so
Oh, we were good.
You.
We were good.
You see,
Look at this.
This is the thing I love about the World Series. You just meet people in real life that you just talk to online from all over the world, and then you
Meeting
get to
on
meet
camera.
them, and we're meeting on
Yeah,
camera.
this is-
I haven't been introduced either, by the way.
Hi, I'm Jules.
Jules.
Lucky J. Jules. I'm
Oh!
Julie Cornelius.
Okay,
It's
there we
such a
go.
pleasure to
Mark
meet you. Hi, Mark.
It's a pleasure to finally meet you too.
Thank you.
We're just having a little get together right
I
here.
hope you weren't going anywhere.
No, I was gonna go around Melissa and Cold Stone and all of these people who are going deep.
So, are you part of the Team Poker Joker cult?
I am. Just.
It is a cult.
I'm
you
a
do know
recent cult member. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. The Grin and Win Kool-Aid.
that. It is.
And look at all this Poker Joker
I
gear.
know, all these colors. I'm very attracted to colors. I love it.
Oh, this is crazy. Anyway, well, let's get back to talk about. Well, we can get both of your opinions on Vanessa Selbst. Now, winning this bracelet, and obviously we know she's one of the best players in the world. But where does this put her now? I mean, do you guys have her in the top 5? Do you have her top 10? What do you think?
I mean,
Or even better?
you know, it's so tough to say things like that, but for sure she deserves consideration for that, you know, at this point in her career. I mean, she deserved it before that too, I think, also. And, you know, it's just it's not surprising that she won, but, you know, I thought what was really interesting is there was an article in Bluff magazine that was like a prediction for the World Series 2014. I don't know if you saw this, and it was the second prediction on this article was that no woman would win an open bracelet
No, I
event.
did not
Wow,
see
I missed
And
that.
I, you know, not only were they just so incredibly stupidly wrong about that, but what a really stupid prediction to make
That's a
anyway.
tough
I
one.
mean, like,
That's
seriously,
terrible.
like, we're trying to encourage women. We're trying to get the other 52% of the population to play poker. So let's just make a prediction that no woman is going to win a bracelet.
And it
That's
was
just
Year of the Woman
absurd.
last year.
Last
wasn't it?
year, yeah.
Last year, how do you go from Year of the Woman to that prediction? I
Yeah,
don't know.
and so I don't know. Like I like Bluff magazine. I like Lance Bradley, but I just thought whoever wrote that article, I think it was like Wicked Chops Poker or something. I thought it was a really, really poorly chosen point to put out there.
Well, especially with the growth of women in the game, you know, to say that a woman isn't going to win a bracelet, I mean,
Yeah,
That's just a
it's a
terrible
little
idea.
insulting
Yeah,
actually,
it is
based on
insulting.
what happened last year even,
Right.
and I don't know. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that a man wrote that article. I don't
Should
know.
we-
I don't know if anybody wants to join me on that one.
should we
but
go? Should we go pull Lance Bradley out of the
I would
out
love
of the press
yeah.
room?
I don't.
We need to
I
have a
don't
talk
think. I
with
don't
him.
think it was him, but he's the editor.
He's the editor.
He's the editor. Everything has to go across his desk, and I love Lance. I like him a lot, but I definitely have a gripe about that number 2 point. You know.
That's rough.
I think
Yeah.
Vanessa was top 5 before this.
Yeah,
I really
yeah.
do.
Yeah.
And PCA and
Yeah.
I mean, she's a beast.
Yeah.
She's impossible to play against. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if there is a player in the game that brings aggression like her among anybody, men or women. I mean, she is just forces the issue constantly. Every hand she's playing, it's ridiculous how
She
how tough
finds
she
a
is.
way to win these hands.
Yep.
She just
That's
doesn't give
exactly
up.
right. Like she literally tries to win every single
Yeah.
hand. that
She
she's
does not
in.
like losing.
And there's not many people that can like adopt that style
Yeah.
because it can be it's just her style, and there's just nobody else in the world that has cultivated it the way she has.
Yeah, it was interesting. I talked to Jesse Sylvia, and we were having a conversation about when she coached him for the World Series final table, and Jesse just said, "It's like there's another plane with her."
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I know what I'm doing, and Jesse's a good player, but
It's totally
she was
different.
trying to take him to this level that no one else is at. It's amazing.
Yeah. I remember in 2012, she came to stay with me for the F-Tops main event in Mexico. And it was one of the most incredible weekends of my life because it was basically just me and her grinding online. And it was
Wow.
just like, I was just in such awe, you know, like I learned so much.
Yeah.
And she's just such an amazing mind and thinker. And I think that, you know, she just has so much more to do as well. And I'll always remember one thing she told me too. She said, Katie, you have to play a lot of heads-up poker because a lot of tournament players are not that great at heads-up. And she said, when you see me play heads up in tournaments, do I lose? And I'm like, no, you don't lose. And she's like, that's right, I don't lose. And so I texted her the other night when she won. I'm like, well, I guess you don't lose.
There you go. What was with
Pretty
Jason
cool.
Moe going on there? I mean, you guys probably know a little bit more about him, but why was he tapping the fish tank on or the beehive, I should say? That wasn't smart.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what was going on. I don't know. I didn't hear about anything that was happening.
Yeah, he just made some comment, a little trash talk.
Little trash talk.
A little trash talk.
I mean, you know what though? When you're playing against Vanessa Selps, you kind of have to like figure something else out to do because like like how are you going to win? You know, you have to think outside the box when you're playing her. So I don't know. I didn't hear it, so I don't know the nature of it. But I mean, sometimes we just all get frustrated and we say things that we don't want to say, or we just don't know what to do or say.
Yeah.
You know, so.
She I don't know if you listened to her podcast with Jared Tendler, Mental Game of Poker, a couple months ago. I think it came out, and it was really. She talked a lot about PCA, and it was really. I thought there was. She gave a lot of insight into.
Oh, interesting. How she thinks.
Yeah, just the discipline, the motivation, the determination, and just how disciplined she really is. She talked a lot about preserving her energy and her mental energy in the beginning of tournaments, and I'm sure she just said that she talked to about how fatiguing it is.
Yeah.
And I think the way that she plays, where she's so creative and she's finding ways to win every hand that she's in.
It's physically exhausting.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
She talked about it was like one of the last hands before they broke for the night, and she just couldn't. She said, I was so exhausted. I had to fold a hand that I normally would have fought for, but I just couldn't.
Yeah.
It was smarter for me to let this go.
Yeah.
And choose a better spot whenever I had the energy to fight. To
Yeah, and
like,
that's definitely true.
summon the strength.
That's definitely true. Like even like in this tournament, the Six Max, where you're having to think a lot more than you normally think because you're playing so many more hands and
you're
blinds
involved in
coming
so
around.
many.
Yeah, and it was exhausting. Like I found myself yawning, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I better get a coffee here because I had all good players at my table, and like I couldn't afford to not watch every single hand, you know. So on a much smaller scale, I understand that. Yeah.
I also just busted Six Max.
Yeah.
And I can't be on my phone when I'm on a six.
At
all.
Yeah.
Like I
that's
just put it away.
Very smart. Yeah.
It's just it takes so much more intense focus. So yeah.
So where are we at now with women in the game? Obviously, we keep seeing more and more growth. Are you seeing more signs this year that we, in the opening of the World Series, that we're getting a few more ladies? I think we're seeing more women in the hallways than ever before, to be honest with you, which is very exciting.
Yeah, I think I had another woman at my Millionaire Maker table. I didn't at Six Max, but I've been playing a couple dailies, and
there's a Six Max table with 3 women at the table right now.
Really?
Yeah, I wanted to take a picture
Wow.
of it, but my phone was dead.
I
thought
am
it was
seeing
cool. Yeah,
more women this year.
me
than
too.
last year.
I definitely am as well.
That is for sure.
But like, I'm also seeing more women like in cash games too. Like, cause we've been in New Jersey for a few months, and just like at Borgata Parks, there's literally like 30 to 40% of these tables are cash game players, female cash game players, like all ages. And I've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's just East Coast specific right now. I don't know, but
I was at the circuit in Cherokee
in Oklahoma, yeah.
April, and there were in North Carolina.
Oh, North Carolina.
And
okay.
there were a lot of women.
Yeah.
A lot of women. Yeah, it seemed drastically more.
I gotta run.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of Lonnie Harwood, we're taking a walk by there too. It's a very exciting time for the ladies in poker and of course the grindettes. But you know what? I'll let you two do your hug it out thing and nothing.
We'll probably go to dinner.
Yeah, we're gonna have
We're gonna hug.
Yeah, we're gonna have dinner.
There we
Full
go.
time. Who knows what? Thanks for having us, Mark.
All right. Well,
Dinner break.
thank you for joining us, ladies. I do
Thank you.
appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Mark.
We'll see you later
See
on.
you guys later. Wish us luck.
See, now you can't. Well, of course, you two don't need luck. Maybe, well,
A little bit never helps.
a little
Yeah.
never hurts though.
Like, we're
I'll
not
I have
greedy.
faith. I have faith. All right, there you go. Another exciting day. Boy, I'll tell you what. The hits just keep on coming here on the Mark Hoke Show, huh? Katie and Jules there. You got to like that. That's a way to kick off a show.
It is. Two beautiful young ladies, pokerish
very
ladies.
talented ladies.
Amazingly talented.
Very
ladies.
talented. So, well, that's a good start. That's funny. They'd never met until. But that's one of the crazy things about online poker. You know, it's just.
You've known each other for years and never looked each other in the eye, but you've played millions of hands of poker against each other.
I actually met somebody that I played against on Ultimate Bet about, 10, 11 years ago.
Ultimate Bet?
Yes, Ultimate Bet.
You didn't have one of those accounts that could see all the cards,
no,
too,
I
you?
didn't have one of those. Oh, I wish I'd had one of those. Those 2 times I came up just short of being in the World Series main event. Probably wouldn't happen. I would think I would have won. He's
skimmed a lot of money off the pot doing that.
Yeah, well, you do what you got to do, I guess.
What?
No, I'm not condoning that. Jeez. All right. So that's a great start to the show. And with that, I think we're going to take a quick break.
That's a good idea.
And when we come back, we are going to update you on what's happening because there's a lot going on.
There is. More than he even knows about. He's going to get the news when we go to break.
There's news?
Yes, there's news.
Okay.
So let's go to break. Shut these mics off for a second.
All right. Well, all right. We'll be right back.
The heat is on. Whether you're in the hot seat of a major poker tournament or just dealing with everyday life, stay cool with a brand new Arctic Blue cooling towel. Just wet your reusable and durable Arctic Blue cooling towel in cold water and you'll have instant cooling relief at your fingertips for up to 5 hours. The towel is lightweight and pliable, so you can keep it handy no matter where you are. Plus, it's absorbent enough to make sure you and your clothes stay dry while you stay cool. No need to sweat it out, no matter what you're doing when you have an Arctic Blue cooling towel handy. So get the same cooling towel used by professional athletes, poker players, first responders, physical therapists, U.S. automakers, and even reality TV stars. So what are you waiting for? Visit them today at arcticblu.com and pick yours up today. Plus, enter the discount code MarkHokeShow when you check out and get 15% off plus free shipping to keep some of your cold hard cash in your wallet. It's like the Arctic Blue Bear says, it's not cool to be hot. So pick up your Arctic Blue cooling towel today.
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit blindsquirrelapparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Masura stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel Apparel.
It's time to get on board with the Players Poker Championship Poker Tour. The PPC caters to the amateur player as well as up-and-coming and touring pros with affordable buy-ins and outstanding structures. The fastest-growing poker tour in the United States invades Las Vegas with 3 tournaments, June 29th through July 1st at the Golden Nugget, and Tampa Bay Downs July 10th through the 20th for the North American Championship with $300,000 in guarantees. Win your way to the PPC World Championship in Aruba, featuring the $200,000 guaranteed main event hosted by PPC Ambassador Joe Sirach. For all the details, visit us at ppcpokertour.com. Join in the excitement in Las Vegas and across the U.S. with the Players Poker Championship Poker Tour.
At
Team Poker Joker, we build innovative, high-performance, poker-focused apparel designed to keep you cool and calm in tough situations. Wait, no we don't. We've just got a cool brand representing the suits of this beautiful game called poker. Our gear won't make you better, but it will keep a smile on your face. So don't be so serious and show you know how to have fun. Get your Poker Joker gear today at TeamPokerJoker.com. Grin and win today at TeamPokerJoker.com.
RunGoodGear.com is one of poker's premier online stores for apparel. Their mission is to provide poker players with stylish and comfortable clothes for their daily grind. You've probably seen Run Good Gear at the World Series of Poker through Run Good Poker Pro Rob Salaburo, or around the country through the WSOP circuit. Today, RunGoodGear.com is the place to go to gear up for the poker felt. So go there now with the promo code Hoke. That's H-O-K-E for 10% off your entire online purchase. Remember Hoke. Now go gear up.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
The best in poker news, entertainment, and more. This is the Mark Hoke Show.
All right, and we are back in the Mark Hoke Show. He's a slightly annoyed host, but we won't put anybody on blast or anything like that. You can turn that microphone on.
Yeah, there's nobody going under the bus but me.
Nate Dowland on the air now.
What a day! What a day! What a day!
I'll tell you.
Nice and slow for the World Series of Poker, kinda.
It's Monday.
It is Monday,
You know, it's always slow down day.
And they're working their way to the final table of that Millionaire Maker. There were over 1,475 entries in the 3 p.m. today at 3:15, and they were still signing up. So that's going to be a huge prize pool in that daily. That 235 is sick, Mark. $50,000 up top, $70,000 up top. Can you for 235?
That's not bad.
And unlimited bullets for the first 2 hours.
That's not bad. Can deal with that.
Yeah, I got a couple good friends playing in there today. I want to wish some luck. Kyoki and AJ. Teramo boys.
There you go. So right now we are looking at the Millionaire Maker. 38 players are listed as remaining in this event. Wow.
That's so sick.
You're getting really close to somebody getting out of here with $1.3 million.
Click on that prize pool link right there before. Can we talk about the money before we go over the names?
Well, I guess if you really need to.
Because that money is so big.
Well, yeah, it's $1.3 million for first, $815,000 for second, $614 for third, and so on down the line.
See, I think
12
they should
players getting six figures.
I really honestly think they should have capped first place at $1 million, and if second place could get $1 million also, it would be the Millionaire's Maker.
Well, it would have been nice, but you got to keep that structure. It's a guarantee.
Mm-hmm.
You break the guarantee, great, and you just do a normal prize pool.
815,000. I'd take it. It's close enough.
Yeah, somebody at the top would be pretty pissed off if you'd have taken $300,000 out of their hands. That'd have been upsetting. But yeah, a lot of people are going to get a six-figure score, and if we take a look at some of the names at the top of the board, in terms of well-known pros, the field's kind of thinned out on that a little bit. But we have our Bolivian up there, Bart Lebert, at $2.2 million, leading the way. But Maurice Hawkins, and Maurice has been a top circuit grinder for quite a while. He is a very popular player on the circuit, and to see him at the top of the leaderboard, pretty exciting out of West Palm Beach. Stephen Grainer, another not anywhere near as accomplished, but he's another guy that's trying to make that
grinder.
He's massive big score for himself.
He's also a local.
Yep. Jonathan Dibbig in there as well, and those top three they haven't listed at $2.2 million. Jonathan Dibbig 1.8, Andrew Tang at 1.5. We also have listed as an Iranian. How about that? Sean Prendeville on the board in 6th place, 1.4 million. Perez Mochetti at 1.3, Basel Asi at 1.2, Andrew Dick at 1.195, Carter Kessler 1.6. Your big name pros. Let's kind of see what we got left because it's not too many. Yeah, these aren't quite updated because it's not matching what they have on there. But yeah, it really, in terms of household names, not anything really left on the board. It looks like John Racner's out.
Mark, who won last year's?
Benny Chen would be the answer to that question.
So whoever wins this is going to be a household name, just like Benny Chen.
Is Benny Chen a household name?
Well,
really? You gotta go.
You hear his name more often than anybody on that list right now.
Well, at the moment.
But in my household, yeah.
Well, that's you're a poker household.
Well, yeah.
An extreme poker household.
Do you guys know anybody that isn't part of the poker households?
No.
Me either. I don't want to know anybody outside of my world. It's my universe. If you're not into poker, get out.
No. Benny Chen, the winner last year, and it looks like we're gonna have a new millionaire joining him in what is turned out to be one of the most amazing events in poker history.
One of the nice things, Mark, is with that $300,000 over, after taxes, it still really might be $1 million.
No, not with the Obama administration. Oh, no, you're a 1%er now, baby. Kiss that goodbye. 55% right down the dumper. See ya. Gone. Not a chance, pal. Not a chance. I'm sorry. That's the way the tax brackets work. Even if you were a even if you made yourself a corporation, you're still getting.
This isn't a
you're
Republican
still getting tagged. You're still getting
Democrat
tagged for
situation.
39. No, it's just pure numbers. 55%. Set it aside. Trust me. 55%. Not going to get $1 million out of that. But somebody who else who's looking to try and maybe not necessarily get $1 million, but we do have event number 9, the No Limit Hold'em tournament, and this one, of course, drew 1,940 players. They're down to 38. Now, if you want to talk about some names,
yeah,
we got some names bouncing around in here. Now, Frank Patty is your leader there, 440,000. Jeff Smith at 435. Christopher Bonita at 300. Big Hooney, Mr. I Own Costa Rica, doing very well for himself. Of course, came close to a bracelet last year. He is at 250,000. Okay, here we go. I know the last one. Now, High Heap win. I think I got that. High Heap win in 5th place, 230,000. And look, is there Bob Bunara, former final tableist when P.S. Hines won the championship in 2011, is on the board. And Vinny Pahuja. That is a dangerous name. If of course, his brother McCool was the WPT Player of the Year this year. Vinny had actually kind of been the more accomplished player going into this year, but now Vinny Pahuja is in contention for a bracelet, so that's pretty exciting.
Trying to show up his brother. That's a good competition right there.
Another great friend of the show and a guy who has just been out there grinding. Dave Inselberg is still in this thing. He is at 11th place right now. Keep going down here. Another name that maybe people forgot about a little bit, but of course was the youngest to win 2 WPT titles, Randall Flowers.
Ooh.
Randall in at 100,000 chips, listed at 21st at this point. So we have and Roland Israelishvili still in this one as well. So we've got a few pretty good names duking it out right now to try and win that event number 9, the No Limit Hold'em tournament. Like I said, listed at 38. They've got a few more names on the board. So obviously got to get those chip stacks updated a little, but pretty exciting.
So what do you think of when I say, oh, yeah?
Oh, don't even get me started on that.
I'm the biggest Uncle Ron fan there is now. I was there last night. I was part of the chant of let him cheer, let him cheer, let him cheer. If you didn't read the story on Poker News.
Yeah, Mason Ankle was going a little crazy last night. I was watching that too.
That was fun. I was here live watching. That was fantastic. Ted Forrest winning his 6th bracelet. Congratulations, Ted. Way to take down Phil Hellmuth. I appreciate that. Keeping him down at 13 really helps.
Helps what?
Helps what?
Every time Phil Hellmuth wins a bracelet, it helps the game. It helps.
I think it's going to help the game more when somebody with a better attitude gets more bracelets.
Well, you got to get
puts
to know,
him in his place.
You got to get to know Phil a little better. It's a little more of an act than I think you know.
No, I even seen him throw his sunglasses off last night as they hit the table and almost hit the dealer.
No, he was pretty upset last night.
Yeah,
he had some tough hands last night. You know, it's a guy that's chasing perfection, but he had some rough ones. But I want to get to this event 10 because this one's whittling down as well. The Limit Omaha High-Low Split 8 or better. 60 players left out of that 178-player field. And Dan Kelly came in as the leader. He's still up there.
Yeah, Dan.
But
fantasy poker guy right there.
But a couple guys have stretched out the lead. Kelly was moved up to 310, and Elia Lesra has struck big and gone up to 285.
Ooh.
So Elia Lesra doing well there. And look out, Matt Ashton, one of the dominant forces here at the World Series last year, 156,000. And now there's a name. Here's a name. We got Perry Freeman there in 6th, but Miami John Cernuto. Miami John contending for a bracelet here. That is exciting. Boy,
former air traffic controller.
How awesome would that be to see Miami John
again
in a position to win a bracelet?
You know what? You know what would be better if they unbanned Eskimo Clark. They've been at final tables together. But Eskimo Clark is no longer welcome here at the Rio. He has been banned, no matter how bad he smelled. He has been banned because he went after a dealer.
Yeah,
poor guy.
That'll usually do it. Yeah. Marco Johnson in 14th. We got Daniel Negreanu still in there in 15th place.
Go Kid Poker.
Last tweet saw he was pretty happy with how he was playing.
Last time I saw him, he was running that way.
Mike Leah, Eric Seidel, Rob Mizraki, Scott Seaver, Scott
Mike
Clements.
Leah. Hey.
Yeah, Andy Frankenberger, Tom Schneider. I mean, this is Brock Parker, Nick Schulman, Jeff Losandro, John Monette. Continue to see this amazing list of players. Yeah, that's what happens in these 10K mixed events. The talent is just unbelievable, and I don't think anything's going to change on this final table. I mean, you're probably Dan Kelly, Elia Lesra. I mean, don't think they don't totally have their tickets punched, but it's pretty close. One more knockout, and they're probably going to be in solid shape to come in with, a good 500,000 should be able to sneak it. At least sneak.
Those are all world-class players, and I tell you what, it doesn't take much to run bad for a couple minutes. We all know that. So, wow, they're all world-class players in that field. So you can't count any of them out.
Well, and the one thing with that being a limit tournament too. If you are able to accumulate those chips at a stage like this, where Ellie and Dan are at this
sweepers.
Point, I mean that is a great opportunity to just bury people. You don't and you don't have to go crazy to do it, but you can bang away and take a couple of blinds here and there, and just chip and
you
chip
get to take more risks. You get to chase and make them pay to chase a little bit more when you've got a nice hunky chip lead. I like that.
Yep. And, of course, the one event today, the No Limit Hold'em 6-handed event, starting off.
We're live on the air. How you doing today, sir?
Yeah, $1,500 event. 546 players remaining in there, but the entries have not been confirmed. So some lucky people get their names on the top of the board. Screenshot it. Blake Whittington, congratulations. You get a screenshot.
That looks sexy. Put that back on. That's a beautiful Joker hat. That's the poker Joker.
Blake Whittington, Tate Bavle, Laurie Passonen, David Bakes Baker on the top of the board there, Eric Froelich, Olivier Bousquet. And of course, a lot of these are just preliminary numbers. Still a long way to go, obviously, in the event. But looking pretty good there. So we'll see where that one ends up tomorrow morning. Once we get all the numbers squared away. So some great stuff happening here at the World Series of Poker right now. It's just an unbelievable scene, and I'll tell you what.
I love this place. You never know what's going to happen.
Oh, my God, I tell you.
It's just randomness.
It is randomness. That is for sure. Oh, by the way, I Am Greek is here, and we have not said it yet because the ladies were here.
Oopa.
No, it's not Oopa.
Oh, okay.
That's like Oompa Loompa. No, Opa. Oh.
Opa.
Opa. Come on, you're from the upper Midwest. You should know an Opa. Oh, you got the
from
O?
Michigan.
You got the O,
I'm
though?
from Michigan.
You got the O, though.
Oh?
Yeah.
Oh.
Opa.
Opa.
Opa. Before he starts yelling at me about pronunciations anymore, he already got on me today once. For a little bigger word than Opa.
You know, there's still drinks in that bottle that's over there.
I know. Well,
you haven't even sipped it. I'm ashamed.
I did sip it.
Well, you should sip it again.
I'll get there. I'll get there. Nate's drinking on air. That's all right.
We're at the World Series at summer camp. I started working at 8 o'clock this morning, Mark. What about you?
I was here at 7:10.
I started working at 8 o'clock this morning, Mark.
I set up here at 7:10. I walked in the door and started rolling. That's how we.
I stand all day. I've been working all day, and I'm having fun.
Well, that's a you problem.
It's a me problem.
Yeah, exactly.
I love me. I do. If you don't love yourself, who can love you?
I don't know.
Do you love yourself, Mark?
We'll get the hypnotist over here.
Speaking of love, Marcia Wagner, walking away.
There you go.
That's just, I'm just kidding, dear. I love you. She's watching live.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I know. My wife's probably watching somewhere else live.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know she was here a little while ago having fun.
All right.
Briefly.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there's going to be a discussion had about that little situation.
So the dailies are getting big and bigger. My buddy Dewey William, are you familiar with Dewey?
I am.
He is playing the 6 p.m. Deep Stack tonight down here at the World Series. Dewey took 4th place in the main event of the World Series the year that Scotty Wen took his main event down. He's done really well for himself, so good luck to Dewey.
Yeah.
Mr. White Visor himself. He's even got his own Palace Station poker chip.
Oh, wow.
One of the $5 chips has got the Dewey William logo on it.
I want Nolan Dahl's Jesus jacket. Did you see that thing today? That was like a big puffy white.
Yeah. Is he lost?
It was past a sports coat. No, it was just past a sports coat. That wasn't a sports coat. That was
his jackets look really big on him. Is it just me, or I mean, like?
Well, maybe he did lose weight. By the way, did you see his blog on Nolan? I got to mention this. Did you see his blog on NolanDalla.com?
Which one? I read it as often as I possibly can.
If you want to pick up $100, here's your opportunity to do so. Apparently, Nolan had some issues driving, and this idiot has a vanity plate. And Nolan,
did you just call Nolan an idiot?
No. The guy
doesn't he have a vanity plate?
No, the guy.
Okay.
Look,
anyways.
here. This is the combo idiot thing. Because look, if you're going to cut somebody off and really chap them that bad, you shouldn't do it with a vanity plate. Because you know what happens? People remember what the vanity plate is. So, vanity plate carver, there is a bounty on your head. We just wanted to let you know. Anybody driving around Vegas, if you see the vanity plate carver, Carver.
As in Jay Carver? Was it Jason Somerville?
No, not
he goes by Jay Carver.
No, well, I think Nolan would have recognized him.
Maybe.
I don't know, but up
from the back of his trunk? What?
But Nolan Dalla not happy apparently with the driving of Nevada license plate Carver, so he has put a minimum $100 bounty on anybody that annoys Carver at some point out on the highways and byways.
So if you have a video camera and you're behind Carver and you just lay on your horn and record it and tweet that recording to Nolan Dalla.
Yep, and you score. If you really do something good, the bounty's up to $300.
Get out and do like a Chinese fire drill around his car.
I think mooning would probably be sufficient, but that could get you arrested.
Yeah, you don't want an indecent exposure out of Nevada on your record when somebody
doing a Chinese fire drill isn't exactly a benefit either.
Can I yell "Go Blue"? He's wearing an Ohio State jersey.
No, don't waste your breath. No. Yeah, that was cool. Juliana Cornelius joining us on the show.
You didn't know who she was when she first walked.
No, I hadn't met her. I follow her. We follow each other on
She's
Twitter.
been walking around here for 3 days. You haven't stopped that beautiful young lady
No,
yet?
I
said, "Oh my God, who are you?"
No,
She's
no,
had the Poker Joker logo on for.
I don't bother the women out here. I just do my job.
How do you bother people? Well,
You are a horn dog.
No, I'm
Yeah,
a social butterfly.
You're a social butterfly.
I'm a social butterfly.
Yeah, there you go. Very nice. Yeah, and by the way, David Tuckman, we were trying to get him on the show, but apparently his voice is destroyed. He has been a little busy, so. But yeah, this is kind of nice. This is a nice day off for him on the schedule because obviously nothing finishing up today, so he'll be getting ready to fire the machine back up because obviously he's going to have a few final tables tomorrow.
You turn your head and the lounge just fills
The
right
Run
up.
Good Gear Lounge, boom, done. That's how it goes. Oh man, Twitter. See, now this isn't fair. Now, Queen of Sets, Kristen Ting, just posted dinner on her Twitter. That's not nice.
All he thinks about.
I like food. I'll arrest people for food. That's okay. I don't mind doing that.
I used to offer people oxygen for pizza.
Yeah, I gotta close that Twitter up. Anyway, but thanks to the ladies for joining us there early on the show. Let's see. So yeah, I think we pretty much hit all the highlights at this point of what's happening right now. We're it is a little slower day here at the World Series.
It is. Thank goodness.
You
need a little break.
Well, after you had 7,977 players in here for the Millionaire Maker, what are you going to do? I mean, I already saw some preliminary discussions on Twitter about that. With how do we rearrange the schedule to allow more players in? As I can tell you, they would have had a lot more players had they had another flight, had they been able to accommodate.
Day 1B.
There was just. There was just no way to get all these people in here that decided the smart move would be to register at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So, do you think that the field should be expanded? Do you think that's enough? And how? But the thing is, how would you do it if you decided to make the field larger?
I love the event. I really do. I think it's great for the game because it's affordable, and it's one of those games that everybody in the country, if you have a home game, you can send your best home game player, whoever wins your satellite tournament, to come out here. Yeah, everybody pays $200. The winner comes out here to play. Yeah, it's like huge because it doesn't cost an arm and a leg.
Well, sure. So so what do you do? Now you have the demand out there.
You create two days with 2 different starting times. Yeah, just like the World Series has 4 starting days.
I don't know if you need to go 4 starting days, but
no, just 2 with the Millionaire Maker. 2 starting days with 2 different start times, and let people bust in.
So you're talking about 4 flights?
Yes, 4 flights.
Do you let them re-enter 3 times?
Yes, you do.
See now, I would disagree with that, and here's why. Is part of if you would allow 4 re-entries into this, part of the charm of this tournament is if you have to fire a second bullet, okay. But that's you're talking about a lower level player bankroll where these guys are maybe saving up the $1,500 to the $3,000.
But they're not re-entering.
But now, but if you bust out and you keep busting out, you could
they're
potentially
coming
have
in
to fire
a different flight.
Yeah, you could potentially have to fire 4 bullets to stay in this thing. And do you really want to do that? Do you want to open that up to having that? Because now you're almost making it a quasi rebuy. So I don't know. I don't know if 4 flights is the way to go, because I mean, really, then how do you control people coming in and out?
Because
I think you're going to have to. I think you're going to have to make some sort of adjustment.
What day of the week did it start on, Mark?
It started Saturday. Am I right? Saturday.
Today's Monday, so yeah.
So it's Saturday.
Started Saturday.
So there was. I mean, the biggest problem that everybody ran into was so many people came down to play the evening flight and didn't play the day flight. And, that is where, I think that the World Series, is probably going to have to do a little bit of PR work to say, look, come down and play the day flight. Come down and play it. This is, I would put it out in the material and say, this is what happened 2 years ago. This is what happened last year. Everybody came in here at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock to try and get into the tournament. Get in the day flight. Get in the first one. Come down, and if you want to play this, you gotta, at least please consider coming down in the morning and playing, and spread this out a little bit. I mean, if you want to have a chance to fire a second bullet, don't expect to be able to do it if if you bust out late on that first flight. You're gonna have a hell of a time getting into the second one too. I mean, that's another factor in that. So I'm not big on the. I think the poker player mentality's got to get shaken a little bit on this thing, if they're going to keep it the way it is. So, I'd love to see it get to 10,000. I think it has potential to get to 10,000. But
they probably could have got there if they'd have had even one more flight.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's up to the guys in the logistics area to figure out if they can open up some more tables or do whatever they have to do.
After Field A, how many did they have?
Oh, they were over 5. It was over 5,000 for the first one.
So think if they just open it up to just one more flight that started, say a graveyard shift flight.
Oh, you'd have people playing all night, and then they'd probably have to start over right away at 1 o'clock. That would be rough.
Well,
you'd be asking people to play 24 hours straight.
But they'd know that by entering that flight.
But the thing is if somebody's going to be playing, nobody's going to want to play 24 hours straight. I
wouldn't say nobody.
Yeah, but if you want to win the tournament, you got to stay well rested. You got to get some rest in there at some point. So, I mean, that's one of the interesting parts about the logistics of the World Series of Poker that I don't think people really understand is, they've got this all tracked out from what they expect from tournament to tournament, so smaller tournaments match in with bigger tournaments. You're not going to eat up all the tables by running 2 big events at once. This isn't just they say, okay, well, we're going to run event number 1. This is what it's going to be. Event number 2. There's no slapping it up on the dartboard. I mean, this is very well planned out. So I know when I talked to Jack, I mean,
and sometimes poorly planned out.
Well, I thought they did a pretty good job last year. I mean, the problem last year with the Millionaire Maker was that everybody thought that the prize pool was going to be so top heavy because of not having enough entries to crack that guarantee that it wasn't going to be worth playing. But then all of a sudden, when people started barreling in here, the word got out, the lines exploded, and now all of a sudden you have a major cluster at the registration table. I mean, this time you can't blame the World Series for it. You got to really blame the players for just coming down here too late to get into the tournament. So I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting quandary they're going to have when they look at this thing next year of how to start it, how many, the expand flights or whatever.
Or whatever.
Or whatever.
Or whatever.
Hey, I remember the days when they put tables down the freaking hallway all the way up to the slot machines. I was here. I saw that. So you know what? They can do it again.
When was that?
Well, I was here in 2007. Well, they had tables all the way up the hallway. So they can crack those out. Get those auxiliary cruddy tables up there and let them play. Let them play, I say. Pretty funny. All right. Well,
that was such a huge, sick field. Okay.
Yeah, it was a fun one. All right. So we're going to take another break, and when we come back, more from the World Series of Poker. It's a little slow day, so we might knock it off a little bit early. But, man, I'm just bracing for tomorrow. We're going to have some bracelet battles like you're not going to believe. All right, so let's take another break, and we'll be right back here on the Mark Hoke Show. We thank you all for joining us. We'll see you on the other side.
We'll be right back.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
RunGoodGear.com is one of poker's premier online stores for apparel. Their mission is to provide poker players with stylish and comfortable clothes for their daily grind. You've probably seen Run Good Gear at the World Series of Poker through Run Good Poker Pro Rob Salaburo, or around the country through the WSOP circuit. Today, RunGoodGear.com is the place to go to gear up for the poker felt. So go there now with the promo code HOKE, that's HOKE, for 10% off your entire online purchase. Remember HOKE. Now go gear up.
The heat is on. Whether you're in the hot seat of a major poker tournament or just dealing with everyday life, stay cool with a brand new Arctic Blue cooling towel. Just wet your reusable and durable Arctic Blue cooling towel in cold water, and you'll have instant cooling relief at your fingertips for up to 5 hours. The towel is lightweight and pliable, so you can keep it handy no matter where you are. Plus, it's absorbent enough to make sure you and your clothes stay dry while you stay cool. No need to sweat it out, no matter what you're doing, when you have an Arctic Blue cooling towel handy. So get the same cooling towel used by professional athletes, poker players, first responders, physical therapists, U.S. automakers, and even reality TV stars. So what are you waiting for? Visit them today at arcticblu.com and pick yours up today. Plus, enter the discount code MarkHokeShow when you check out and get 15% off plus free shipping to keep some of your cold hard cash in your wallet. It's like the Arctic Blue Bear says, it's not cool to be hot. So pick up your Arctic Blue cooling towel today.
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit blindsquirrelapparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Masura stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel Apparel.
Your business and promotion will only go as far as your website will take you. That's why the Mark Hoke Show has only trusted one name for over 2 years, BlueRail.net. Whether you need custom website design and development packages, or simply need a host for your website, Blue Rail is the only developer to turn to. It's time to discover the world-class personalized service only the Blue Rail team can provide. Visit us at BlueRail.net and call 520-822-5128 right now for your free consultation today. So get on board at BlueRail.net. How far do you want to go?
I'm Dutch Boyd, 2-time WSOP bracelet winner, and I want to share my story with you. 12 years as a pro has taught me a lot. For the last year, I've boiled it all down into a tell-all book, 90,000 words. In Poker Tilt, I take you on my journey through all the ups and downs that poker has to offer, all the manic highs and hellish lows of every bad beat and lucky draw. So go to www.pokertilt.com to read more, or just go buy the new book on Amazon or Kindle right now, pokertilt.com. I guarantee you'll enjoy the ride.
Tough day at the Felt? Get off tilt and unstuck by escaping to the desert for an extreme off-road adventure with Sun Buggy Fun Rentals. We have the biggest fleet of off-road vehicles known in the universe. And since we know poker players aren't exactly early risers, we now offer after-dark tours for all you night owls. And don't forget to stop by the Mark Hope Show WSOP booth at the Rio to win a free Sun Buggy experience. Please call us 24/7 at 1-866-728-4443 and visit us at www.sunbuggy.com. Call us now and take the off-road ride of your life with Sun Buggy Fun Rentals.
This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
All right, we are back live here on the Mark Hoke Show. We're live from the World Series of Poker. Oh, what a day it's been. And I see Lance Bradley, editor of Bluff Magazine, over there on the side on the horn. Maybe you can get lucky and grab him for a couple minutes. It's not like he has anything better to do. Yeah, we just kind of cover the World Series here, but that's okay. So we'll see if we can get Lance on as well. Yeah, but of course, we want to take a couple minutes and thank all of our sponsors of the show. And of course, I'm an idiot and I don't have my card in front of me again. It's going to be 1 second. There we go. No producer, no problem. All right. Of course, don't forget if you have not followed the show, Mark Hoke Show on Twitter and the Mark Hoke Show on Facebook. We'd certainly appreciate the follows on there. We are on Wednesdays on KLAV1230am.com and KLAV 1230 AM on your radio dial here in Las Vegas. You can tune us in any time. Of course, we also have replays Friday at 9 p.m. Pacific time. So join us there on the Mark Hoke Show every week. And, of course, we're going to be coming for you live from here. And we'll see if we can get in the studio, get away from their schedule a little bit. But make sure you join us there. And coming soon, Friday nights in June on Sports 920 The Game, home of NBC Sports. Dan Patrick, John Stashauer, and now me, looking like Friday nights at 5 o'clock. So we're pretty excited about that. So join us there as well. Of course, that is Pacific time. The Poker Players Championship, or the Players Poker Championship, Poker Tour is coming to Las Vegas June 29th through July 1st. Make sure you join them there at the Golden Nugget. Some great events and chances to go to Aruba if you want to hop on board that train. Certainly a great time, some awesome structures on that one. Make sure you go to ppcpokertour.com and, man, chance to play for some great prize packages over at the Nugget. So make sure you guys check that out if you're here in town. And, of course, they got some events coming up at Tampa Bay Downs and other great events all across the country. So place to go is PPC Poker Tour. Final Nine Comic, 9 will become one way or another. Make sure you go to final9comic.com and check out the great work by Anish Patel and the team. And, of course, more issues to come as they're whittling down to their own world champion, and they're pretty exciting. Arctic Blue cooling towels. We've been selling a ton of these out here. People are just grabbing them like crazy. Just had a few out here to see if we could clear them out, and we've been doing all right with it. So make sure you go to, if you can't get here, go to arcticblu.com. 15% off and free shipping with the code Mark Hoke Show. Pretty good deal on that. The Run Good Gear booth, currently filled with Run Good Gear pros. Not a surprise. Make sure you go to rungoodgear.com. 10% off of the code Hoke at Run Good Gear. Blind Squirrel Apparel, 20% off from them with the code Hoke. Look good and be lucky. Blind Squirrel Apparel. For the gambler in mind, it's pretty cool stuff, so check it out. Go to blindsquirrelapparel.com. Off-Tilt Poker Tables, $300 off your next table. Make sure you go to offtiltpokertables.com. They build it for the World Series. They build them for the Deep Stacks Poker Tour, the Mid-States Poker Tour. They'll build one for you, too, and me, actually. So make sure you go to offtiltpokertables.com. Blue Rail, the best website developer out there. Make sure you go give Bob a call at 522-820-5128. It's 522-820-5128. And, anywhere from $9 web hosting to all sorts of e-commerce, whatever you need. Make sure you go to bluerail.net. And Double Digit Covers, man, the boys over in the office, they are stomping mud holes in the sports books. That's the only way to describe it. Make sure you go to doubledigitcovers.com. You get a free winner today, or give them a call at 855-489-2700. That's 855-489-2700, and you can have a great time. Improve that sports betting. That's important. Get those margins up. It's okay. You can stop guessing and start winning. Let's go to doubledigitcovers.com. Team Poker Jokers got some cool hats sitting over here. Grin and win with their team, 10% off with the code Vegas Hoke. That's right, Vegas Hoke is your code on that one to get 10% off. And, of course, so we have our good friends at the Nevada Poker League. If you're fried here at the World Series, well, you can go get some fried food or anything else yummy at some of the great restaurants that the MPL plays at. $50,000 in prizes up for grabs. And cash. Lots of cash. So check it out. Yeah, so make sure you go to NevadaPokerLeague.com. All right, Nate. So we got that out of the way.
I appreciate it.
I don't know if your mic's on there, sir. You might want to. Yeah, see, there you go.
I apologize. I did take a little bit of an extended break. I was back there talking to a couple of the dealers that were complaining about having to deal that open-faced Chinese poker. They barely make any tips.
No, they do not get tipped on that. Take care of your dealers in the open-faced Chinese.
It means a lot to take care of the dealers. These dealers are a lot of our local dealers that come from other casinos to deal out here, and they do it so that they can make a little extra money and help their families.
A lot of them travel in here, too, from all over the country, too.
Sure
They try
do.
to bring in the best dealers they can. So if you guys screw them over, they got to cover travel expenses, hotel expenses, the whole thing. So take care of your dealers at the World Series because it's their Super Bowl, too.
It is.
All right. Well, coming up, Nate, let's take a look at the schedule coming up over the next couple of weeks and, highlight some of these events that we're going to be seeing because certainly, the World Series is not over now. I mean, it almost felt like
Week 1.
It almost felt like a main event was going on in here, but certainly some more great stuff coming here over the next couple of weeks. So let's take a look at some of the more important events. I would say it's a little bit of a light week this week. We do have a couple of the $10,000 championships. Tuesday starts the no limit deuce to 7 draw low ball. Oh, just deuce to 7 no limits. So scary. It's so scary. It just is. It's scary.
Why?
It's no limit deuce to 7. Gack.
2, 3, 4, 5, 7.
Stack gone. Stack gone. But for $10,000, I think people might slow it down a little bit.
Nope, they're not gonna.
Some of them will. There's some pretty good players playing deuce 7 on that.
They'd play a $5 tournament the exact same way.
10K 7-card Raz tournament. Also, that's going to be kicking off on Friday.
Goats Head Forest.
And we get to Saturday, and still a little light on that. We got a 15. Basically, your structure on Saturday, Sunday is we got a $1,500 no limit on Saturdays, most Saturdays, and most Sundays a $1,000 no limit. So everybody that's sneaking in for a weekend gets to play a little tiny event.
The next largest field is going to be right there. Slide up a little. Up. Yeah, the 6th.
Seniors is coming in.
The seniors event. The Geritol Days here at the WSOP.
Oh,
it's
nice.
going to be an amazing time. Ken Lynn, the last year's winner, is an amazing guy. He's down here having so much fun. He's got a smile on his face.
He's bracelet motivated, by the way.
Oh, yes, he is.
I talked to him again today, and he is just like, I want another bracelet. I'm like, okay. Go get it, buddy.
And he's out here having fun. He's having the time of his life, and he deserves it.
Well, after all he's been through recently, since he won the bracelet, of course, his wife passed away, so he's been fighting a lot. And I'll tell you, if you want to get in somebody's quarter, that's got to do it.
Yep,
that's got to do it
for sure.
$10,000 horse tournament kicking off on Sunday. Pretty exciting event there. That's usually one that draws some great names and a lot of excitement. A 3-day event. So the 10K horse tournament firing off. 5K six-handed on Tuesday. That's always quality entertainment. 10K pot limit hold'em on Thursday, June 12th.
Hey, you want to stake me in that one?
Nope. No limit six-handed event, 10K championship on the 14th. And then, we really start, some of the really fun ones. I got to tell you, Thursday, June 19th. Now, that is a day that we are going to see some fun and fireworks, and here's why.
Ooh.
The Heads Up No Limit 10K championship starts in the morning on that.
What do you think what are you going to put the over-under on, Mark?
Well, that's hard to say. I haven't looked at last year's numbers, so I don't know. But it should be, it's a great event. And
how many people are in the events that entered the $10,000 Omaha? Is it going to be higher or lower than 10,000 Omaha?
I don't know. I'll do some research on that for you. I'll give you an over-under on that tomorrow. 10K no limit, and then, of course, at 4 o'clock, the great experiment. It is dealer's choice time. You want to stake me in that? Now,
16 game. What are you gonna do? Go come in and say deuces jacks, man of the axe, paranatural 7 stakes all.
No,
there's a good
those
wild
games
card game for you.
Just make me want to puke in my throat.
Those wild card games?
Yeah, they get so ugly so quick. But no wild card games. But maybe call a little 5-card draw high just to make everybody at the table laugh.
Why make them laugh? You got to play a full round of it.
I can play 5-card draw. I know how to fold.
Know how to fold.
I know how to fold. It's pretty simple.
You don't know how to play draw?
No, I know how to play draw. That's what I grew up playing when I was a little kid. That's what my grandma taught me. 5-card draw. So I know how to play 5-card draw, but I also know how to fold.
Knit.
Like, I'm 3 to a flush chase. No. But that is going to be a spectacular event coming up. Now, with that one, what do you think the turnout's going to be like on it? Do you think people are, there's a lot of talk about the event, but of course we've seen talk about events before. Do you think that this is one that is going to be a real chart buster average, or one that everybody's just going to kind of stay
because
away
it's
from?
a 1,500 event, there's going to be a lot of people that have probably never thought about playing in the World Series before, but they play cards and they know how to play Badugi, Badesi because of friends and stuff. And I see a lot of, I see it popular among younger kids.
Yeah, I think
so. I see a lot of. I think a lot of younger kids are going to get in here.
Well, I think a lot of the older.
Badugi.
Well, I think a lot of the older players are going to be excited about this too, because this is, this is classic.
Well, what are they going to call?
This is classic home game poker type stuff.
What are they going to call that's going to confuse the younger guys? Though?
Well, I don't think they're going to try and really confuse anybody. We had a lot of different discussions on the show. On KLAV, talking about what's your strategy going to be? You're going to call the games everybody's going to be strongest against. You're going to call their weaker ones. And there was kind of a mixed bag on that.
Yeah, some of them said they're going to call their best games, and some of them said they were going to call the table's weakest game. So I think we're going to see a lot of Badesi and Badugi.
I think
because I think some of these kids think they're going to be better at that game than they are going to be against, say, their table draw includes Daniel Negreanu or Phil Ivey, who are going to be chasing bracelets just like everybody else this year.
I can tell you that had I, if this was an event that was on my calendar, had I wanted to play this, I would have been training on Badugi, Badesi, and Badusi. I would have really been putting some focus on that, sharpening that game up, because to me, that's where, if you're experienced at it, you're going to have the bigger advantage over the average player that's coming in to play that event. I don't think you obviously don't have any edge in you have very little edge in No Limit. Limit brings you no edge at all.
I say that field tops 1,000 players.
Yeah, that seems like a reasonable number. But
I don't think it goes over 1,500, but it tops 1,000.
I just can't wait to hear 5-card. I can't wait to hear somebody yell 5-card draw.
Yeah, I think
so
Doyle
awesome.
should do it every time it comes to him.
That would be great.
I'm hoping he plays it.
I hope he does too. If I'm this World Series, I'm staking him in that thing. Put him in it. Make sure he comes down there. Doyle, of course, did play a couple events early on, which kind of caught me off guard. And then really we get to the next major event in the series, Sunday, June 22nd. And, of course, that is the Poker Players Championship, playing for the Chip Reese Trophy. Probably the most, many people think this is the most prestigious title in poker.
Yeah, this is the World Champion Series, yeah.
And, of course, this event, Michael Mizrachi just owns this thing.
He does.
This is one of his favorites. He's won this a couple of times.
Stacy's going to be in town. The Mizrachis, the brothers, are already in town. I got to talk to Eric last night and seen Robert playing over in the 10,000 Omaha. I seen the Grinder in there playing cash games today with just stacks of hundreds in front of him.
Yep. So the Poker Players Championship, always a big thrill for everybody, and quite an event to watch. Now we get to the Monster Stack, and the Monster Stack tournament. You're starting off with 15,000 chips, and the World Series rolling the dice on this, and making a grand experiment on this one as well. Does putting more chips out there draw more people? And I think the answer is going to be yes. I think you're going to see a ton of people looking to take advantage of this. And actually, in terms of prepping for the main event, good tournament to play. You're starting with half the stack, but you're really getting a nice opportunity to get a feel for that deep stack play that maybe you're not getting at other places. So, this one I think is going to be a pretty good turnout, even though it does start on a Thursday. I think that's a big one.
It's going to be huge. The reason I think it's going to be huge is because you get to make so many mistakes, and so many players are going to see the value of being able to have a second chance at a ring. Well, the bracelet, but it's sick.
See,
15,000 starting chips,
yeah,
and $1,500 buy-in.
Well, and what I think that so many players are going to come in here and make the mistake on is that they're going to see, I've got all these chips, which means, I can splash around. But that's not the way you get through the main event is not going to be the way you're going to get through this. You
can't win by folding, Mark. You cannot
well,
win
sure,
by folding.
Yeah, but you can. But I will say
you cannot win by folding.
But you can sure lose it by throwing chips away early in the tournament.
And you can start your way to winning it by strategically throwing your chips in the middle.
If you do it, if you do it the right way. But what I'm saying is that the average person coming in here that is looking at this and saying, "Oh, I got all these chips," is going to say, "Oh, I got all these chips," and then by the time they're done splashing around, chasing flush draws and playing two gappers out of position and everything else, there's going to be a lot of mistakes that are going to get made early. They might catch every once in a while, but overall, they're going to get. Some people are going to wonder where those chips went real fast because they're going to make a lot of silly errors early on. So, the fundamentals still have to apply as you go through. You still play position.
Well, that's why I think a lot of people make mistakes by entering late into this tournament because the early
I'd
stages,
never enter. Yeah, I wouldn't enter late in this tournament.
Yeah, no, I'd be there 5 minutes early just to make sure that I could see everybody else sitting down. And
yeah, so I think this is one that's going to be prone to a lot of errors and a lot of people walking out with their heads shaking like, how am I out of this tournament? What happened? I don't understand. So I'm not saying that you can't play pots, but what I am saying is you still have to play smart. And we see what happens sometimes when people don't. So it gets ugly in a hurry. So should be a pretty exciting event. Ladies Championship coming up on June 27th, and of course that's a great week here in Las Vegas because of course many of the casinos also holding ladies events to coincide with that.
It's Ladies Week.
So, and of course, it is a $10,000 buy-in unless you are a female.
Unless you have a vag.
And don't forget our transgender ladies as well. They are okay to play. $10,000 buy-in, but you get the $9,000 discount.
Still has to have a W on that.
$10,000.
Yeah. Okay.
$10,000 buy-in.
I know Rose.
90,000.
Shook her hand. I talked to her.
Yep, 90,000 or 9,000 off if you are a female. So there you go. That's always a great week, and boy, it always smells good in here too. It's one of the more pleasant days of the year at the World Series of Poker. Big one for one drop, then begins to fire off on Sunday. $1 million buy-in, and this one shaping up to be a very exciting tournament. We are seeing a lot of professionals digging deep to get into this thing, and I have a feeling that the first one drop we saw a lot of businessmen in there, so it was a real mix of play, and a lot of the a fair amount of the pros were able to pick most of those guys off. But this time around, you're not going to see many of those weak spots. I don't think a few, but in terms of the percentage, not so much. I think this is going to be a brutal tournament.
I think so. Tell me where my buddy Raymond Davis is in that 10,000 Omaha that he was coming over here flashing the camera last night before he went over to enter.
Yeah, we'll check that out.
Let's check that out because Raymond is one of those guys that you just absolutely love. He's so entertaining. The guy doesn't drink, doesn't do drugs. He's just a naturally high man.
Yeah. I'll agree with. And of course, by the way, leading into the main event, 10-game mix. And then the little one for one drop also kicks off. Unlimited re-entry during the first 4 levels.
Over the next week. It's just
June.
June.
We're breaking the big events down.
Come on.
Little one for one drop.
The little one for one drop.
I don't know if I'd want to play that.
Why?
I'm not a rebuy kind of guy.
Oh,
that basically is going to get.
I thought you were going to say I'm not the charitable kind of guy because it is a charity. It is a charity. Why would you not want to play a charity event?
But
Mr. Hoke?
Most of my charity would be going to the prize pool. I don't. How would you? We've seen what players like Daniel Negreanu have done in rebuy tournaments, and this
16,
is
17.
Essentially a rebuy tournament. And then you throw in the charitable mix, and just give them another excuse. Just give me another excuse to rebuy 17 times.
4 levels.
Gack.
It's only 4 levels. Don't give them the opportunity. Don't call their all-ins if you're sitting at the table.
Oh. Boy, it's getting pretty loud out here all of a sudden. And, of course, the main event coming up. 3 starting days on that. Should be pretty cool. All right. Well, let's see what we got. We got about 10 minutes left, so I will try and find some chip counts for you here. You're dying to hear what's going on with Raymond Davis.
He just doesn't like the banter. He doesn't like to sit here and just talk bad about people.
Which event was he in? The 10K.
The 10K.
All right. I will look up one player on air for you. Yeah. Everybody hang in there.
It's
I
so
didn't
beautiful.
I didn't see Raymond's name in there though. Well, we'll take another look. Limit. Elliot Lesra is taking the lead on that again. 285. Dan Kelly's taking a little bit of a hit.
Two of my favorite players.
Let's see. Looking around, Miami John's still moving up. It's not looking good. Nope. No Raymond Davis. No Raymond Davis. But the players starting to drop out of there. They're down to 58 now.
Wow. Out of 178 players.
And so good chance they'll be playing for that bracelet tomorrow night. Pretty exciting. Okay, so there you go. It's a little WSOP preview for you as well. Man, we had fun.
Now I know why I haven't seen Raymond Davis today.
Yeah, exactly. He's up in the suite. We want to thank you for joining us, Nate. Of course, Katie Stone and Julianne Cornelius joining us on the show as well. Nice little ladies poker discussion there. That was a lot of fun. And we'll be back tomorrow. And I got to tell you what, bracelet hunting abound. Millionaire Maker and 2 other events. This is going to be pretty exciting stuff. So we will see you guys tomorrow at 1 o'clock Pacific time. Back here on the Mark Hoke Show. And of course,
check out Uncle Ron. Sorry, I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan.
We'll see you guys.
Huge fan.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.